Alright, welcome to part 2 on the Yamaha YSR 50. As you guys know, picked this up for $500 a couple days ago. Got it running last video, cleaned up the carburetor. Tried to work on the plastics a little bit, but that paint's really not coming off. We did a little plastic work on the tank over here, and that's really coming off pretty good. So that stuff's really taking out the paint. It looks like it was painted blue and white at one point, and then green over the top of that. So pretty ugly colors. And then just getting some paint off the lower fairing as well, which I think might be digging into the plastic. I'm not too sure. But those fairings are like $100 on eBay, this one, so it's not too big of a deal. The gas tank though is really expensive, so that's looking pretty good. And then what we're going to be doing today is trying to get this thing to run good. Last video was kind of sputtering, so I'm guessing the pipe is probably plugged up. So we're going to take off the muffler and then the air filter and see what's going on, and then try to get this thing cleaned up. Got to paint the pipe and then try to work on the chain. It's kind of skipping the teeth. Kind of hear it. So we gotta work on that, and then yeah, just try to get everything cleaned up. So let's get going. Let's take off the air filter and see what that looks like. Alright, air filter looks pretty good. Just gonna clean that out with the air compressor. Blow that out. And if you look on the inside here, looks pretty clean. So I'm guessing it was just the pipe that wasn't allowing it to string out. So let's take off the pipe and see what's up with that. Alright, so I found out what that wobbly problem was. You can see the bolts right here are all loose. So we're going to quick tighten those up, see if that helps. Alright guys, the wheels on there nice and tight, doesn't make that knocking noise anymore. So it's really smooth. We're going to try to take off the pipe now. It looks like it's welded to the actual cylinder right there. So it looks like it's held on by that bolt over there. So let's try to take that out and see if the pipe comes off. Basically this screw was pushed in between to hold the pipe on. Very strange. And it looks like there's a screw that's holding it on. Yep, there we go. It's coming off. Now we gotta get this clamp off here. Looks like that was originally painted black, so we can paint that with some high temp paint. That should look pretty good. Alright, let's get this pipe off. You can see the bolt right here. It needs to come out, and then the pipe can come out. Alright, here's the pipe. Looks pretty good. We're going to wire brush this and then paint it. Here's the part that probably should be fixed. It looks like it used to screw on. That used to screw on probably, but it looks like they just wrecked it or stripped it out. So they drilled holes through it to keep that on. Very interesting. I don't like that. Then they tried to weld straight to the cylinder. Yeah, we'll wire brush this up. See what happens. Let's see what's inside the silencer. Looks like it's packed pretty good. So we can put that back on. Alright, let's wire brush the pipe here so then we can paint it. Alright, let's wipe it off with some brake cleaner and then paint it. Using the VHT flame-proof paint, this stuff works pretty well. Alright, that looks a lot better. Looking pretty good. All painted up, and that'll harden when we start up the bike. Alright, so there's a couple spots in the frame that I want to touch up. You can see down here, a couple rust spots here and there. So I'm just going to touch those up on the frame and then paint over this green. So let's do that quick. Let that dry, and then we've got the other side to do. You can see it's really green over here too. Alright guys, it's looking pretty good now. Got all the green off of it. At least as much as I could. Just a little walk around. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty dang clean. Doesn't look too bad. Painted up the frame and touched up a couple other areas. So I'm pretty happy with it. Looks pretty good. I'm trying to debate on what we're going to do with the plastics here. It looks like the paint stripper is kind of digging into them. So we might just have to keep it the green and then paint over it. Not too sure. Because a fairing set for this is, I think, like $500 without the tank. So I'm debating on what to do here. It looks sweet with a brand new one, but I don't know. Leave a comment down below. What do you think I should do? Should I buy new plastics, or should I just use these and paint them, or what should I do here? Tough decision. Anyway, let's put the pipe back on and then try to get this thing running great. Since I had the pipe off, I just looked at the piston. It looks really, really good. The ring is intact, and the piston doesn't have any scratches, at least on the exhaust side of the piston. So that's good. Makes me feel good. Alright, one other thing before we put the pipe back on. I want to check out the oil pump. So this is where the oil pump should be. See if there's any oil coming out of that line. Oh yeah, definitely oil coming out. You can see it leaking down right there. So I just cracked it open, and there's definitely oil going to it. Alright, so there's oil going to the pump. In order to really test it, we're going to have to start it up and see if that gear is moving in there. And see if it's pumping. Then we can actually take off the line, I believe it's right here, to the carburetor, and see if there's oil coming out of that line, because it injects it into the carburetor right there. So that's how you tell if the oil pump's working. Alright, pipe is back on it, looking pretty good. Not too shabby. Looks a lot better than it did. Obviously not perfect, but it is what it is. Let's go check on the gas tank, see how that's coming along. I put some more paint stripper on it. Trying to get down to the bare metal. Looks like that blue paint's having a hard time coming off, but looks like everything else is kind of scraping off, so that's good. We're going to pressure wash that probably here, and then put it back on the bike. Hopefully all the rest of it will scrape off here. Kind of a greenish color. Probably not the greatest. Alright, let's add 600 centimeters cubed to it. Alright, oil change is done. Gonna get the filter back on it, and then we're gonna pressure wash the tank off and take it for a ride. Stay tuned. Alright, gas tank is pressure washed. You can see some of the painting come off. That's to be expected. I just let the paint stripper sit on overnight, and that's pretty much what happened right there. It almost looks like that's the original paint. But I don't remember them being blue, like a baby blue. And then the back of the tank is just painted a little bit like that. So plan for the tank is probably paint it whatever color we get for plastics. I'm guessing white. And then we gotta get some graphics for it too. So hopefully we can get the rest of the paint off of these. I think if we don't let the stripper sit on for too long, we can get to it. Then maybe paint them white. I think that would look really good. That's probably going to be the plan. And then we're going to have to buy a new lower fairing for it, because that one's wrecked, and then a new battery box cover. Other than that, it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. It's definitely coming along. So let's try starting it up here, see if we can rev it out and get the gas tank hooked up. We gotta see what the gas tank looks like on the inside and if the petcock is working. Alright guys, she's all back together. Let's mix up some gas just in case the oil pump doesn't work, and then take it for a little rip. Should be pretty fast. Alright, here we go. First start. Let's do her. Alright, so it keeps on cutting in and out like that. We're going to try to take out the bolt that's holding the pipe on. I wonder if that's kind of like restricting something. And then try it again. Alright guys, let's try to diagnose this YSR here. So, you're going to be hearing it break up in the top end when you give it full rev. And just listen for it. It's a very weird sound that happens. So, okay, it's neutral. We got to bump start it because we don't have the kick lever or the shaft. Alright, let's see. Put into a little bit higher of a gear. Put it back into low gear. See, I have full throttle right now. See how it just breaks up like that? First gear all the way back. I'm thinking maybe it's a foul plug. It wants to go. But yeah, I don't know what the heck it is. So if you guys know what it could be, please comment down below. Whoever comments the correct comment, I will shout you out in the next video. See, and then it just dies. So I'm thinking it's something with the sparker. Something's going on. There's neutral. It's very, very strange. Not too sure what's going on. Alright, we just got done with the GoPro ride. As you could hear, it's just breaking up really, really bad. So I'm not really sure what that could be. We're going to pick up a new spark plug and try it again tomorrow. Anyway, if you guys need motorcycle, ATV, or scooter parts, check out lab2.com. Lots of great parts up there. And I think that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time, we are out.